Welcome to the Blue TV, your go-to place for all things Chelsea transfers, match reactions, and latest updates. Don't forget to subscribe and stay ahead of the game. Now, let's dive in. Chelsea's summer clearance. Who's on the chopping block? Chelsea's massive spending spree under Clearlake Capital and Todd Bailey has been balanced, at least in part, by an equally aggressive selling strategy. While their net spend still exceeds £600 million, excluding another £100 million in pending deals, player sales have played a crucial role in keeping the club financially compliant. Over the past 2 summers, Chelsea has offloaded players worth over £200 million, ensuring they stay within financial fair play regulations. Despite this, the club's squad remains overcrowded, with over 44 players under contract at one point. Last summer's clear-out seemed like the peak, but this year could be just as dramatic. Several players were sent out on loan, but as the season ends, Chelsea faces another dilemma. At least 11 players will return, eager for clarity on their futures. Some might fight for a spot, while others are destined for the transfer list. The question is, who will stay, and who will go? Starting with goalkeepers, Kepa Arrizabalaga is leading the exit queue. Once Chelsea's record signing for a goalkeeper at £72 million, his time at Stamford Bridge has been disappointing. Currently on loan at Bournemouth, he is unlikely to return, with a release clause set at just £5 million. Meanwhile, Robert Sanchez and George Petrovic face uncertain futures, especially if Chelsea brings in a new number 1. If Sanchez loses his starting role, he may request a move, and Petrovic, despite his recent form, could be sold for profit. In defense, Trevoh Chalobah's situation remains uncertain. He was recalled from Crystal Palace in January due to a defensive crisis but isn't in Enzo Maresca's long-term plans. Chelsea is already eyeing new centre-backs, making Chalobah expendable. Axel Disasi, who cost £35 million in 2023, is currently impressing at Aston Villa. His resurgence in the Champions League could boost his transfer value, offering Chelsea a chance to cash in. Ben Chilwell's case is different. Injuries have hampered his Chelsea career, and he has found a temporary home at Crystal Palace. The Blues are open to letting him go permanently, even if it means taking a financial hit. Similarly, Raheem Sterling, who was surprisingly loaned to Arsenal, remains a major concern. His wages are high, and Chelsea will struggle to recoup even half of the £45 million they paid for him. A permanent exit seems necessary, but finding a buyer won't be easy. One of the trickiest situations is João Félix. Chelsea spent £45 million to bring him from Atletico Madrid, only for him to fall out of favour. His loan move hasn't worked out, and AC Milan doesn't seem keen on making it permanent. The club now faces a difficult decision: how do they handle a high-value player who doesn't fit into the manager's plans? Selling him might be the only solution, but at what cost? Even players currently in Maresca's squad, like Christopher Nkunku, are not guaranteed to stay. The French forward was on the market in January, but Chelsea's £60 million price tag was too steep for Bayern Munich. Signed for £52 million, he has yet to justify his price. With another summer of big decisions ahead, Chelsea must figure out who stays, who goes, and how to rebuild a balanced squad before the new season begins.